Welcome back to my channel. Today I was going to be making some biochar. It is sunny but very cold. So with the fire in the fireplace, I decided to go ahead and throw some wood, go ahead and make myself some biochar. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you the process. I've done this before. I had amazing results with the biochar last year. And the reason I ever even found out about it is I did some research because we planted the trees in our orchard, and one of the trees, there was a fire down there to clean up the mess that we had taken out before we planted the orchard, and there was still like a log left that was charcoal or charred, and just on a whim I threw it under one of the trees, and that tree has done so well in my orchard that I was convinced. It bore fruit the first year and was just crazy. So I went and did some research and figured out that it may have possibly contributed to that piece of charcoal that we had thrown under. It was actually a fair-sized log, so it could have been sort of the hugelkultur effect also. But anyway, long story short, I started making the biochar and I started inoculating the charcoal before I added it to my garden beds. And wherever the charcoal ended up, my plants did incredible. Less bugs, less disease, more growth, everything. So I will show you the process. It's extremely simple. I hope you try it. If you do, comment down below and share your results, or make your own video. We collected these pieces of bark from the wood pile after they dumped it off. Here's a nice big piece. And I'm just going to load this into my old, this is a very old little roaster that the bottom had gotten, it got dropped and the bottom like buckled and then it rusted, so I don't want to use it for food anymore. So I'm using it to make biochar. I've got my fire going pretty good in a little place right there where the pan should be able to fit on pretty nicely. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this up nice and tight, but the lid has to be able to sit directly down on here. It can't have any gaps, but it doesn't need to be so tight. If it's too tight, it'll blow up. The gases do need to escape, but they do have to be, it has to be down tight, because if oxygen can get in there, I'm just going to be left with ashes, and I want biochar, not ashes. So I'll just go right ahead and put this thing in here, like, there we go. And hopefully in a couple hours we'll have char. So it's been about a half an hour, and as you can see, the rim of the roaster is still burning. Oxygen can't get back in, so the fire inside is not, the wood inside is not burning. Or at least let's hope it's not. Anyway, this is what it should look like. Okay, it's been about an hour, and I am ready to check this thing out. Here, I don't want to get burned, so I'm going to try to do this carefully. The tongs here, and when I turn the pan, and if you notice when I turn the pan, there's still gases escaping from the roaster, and so I'm gonna leave it in a little longer yet. So here's my current pile of charcoal. It is beautiful black through, just turned out wonderfully. I didn't think I failed to mention that you can just leave this in the roaster with the lid on tight, make sure no air gets to the charcoal, and it will eventually cool down and you can do it that way. I wanted the roaster, so I did dump the charcoal into cold water to stop the burning process. Here is my next pan. I just put it in the fire. It is starting, you can see right here that it's starting to steam out of the pan, but it hasn't been in long enough for that smoke and gases to catch fire yet. As soon as that catches fire, I'll have another batch going, and in just a couple hours I have a nice amount of charcoal, and could do this all winter long. I could have more charcoal than I would absolutely know what to do with. So after the fire's gone out, and this is the next morning, I have the kettle is in there and a chunk of wood's left. This chunk of wood I can later use to go ahead and make some more char, and then it needs to be inoculated in the compost pile to change it into biochar. So I got one of these turning or tumbling composters this last summer, and I've just been putting my charcoal in here with the leaves, and actually there is compost in here. And this spring, once it's thawed, because it's like -0 right now, and this is so completely frozen solid, but the spring I'll turn it for 14 days, and this biochar will, well, the charcoal actually now, will become biochar because it'll become inoculated with the life in the compost. And then this biochar can be either sifted out when you sift the compost and used wherever you want, or you can use it in the compost that you sift. So that's it for the biochar. I hope you enjoyed what you learned, or what I do anyhow. And if you enjoyed what you see, subscribe, like this video, or whatever, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!